What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Stackz Gaming video, and welcome back to another deck profile video. Today we bring you Marincess. So before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Now we got Marincess here. It's a really budget deck that's still pretty damn good. Can still do stuff. And for you budget players, this is perfect for you guys. Especially if you love links, because, man, let me tell you, that's all you do in this deck. Well, that's not true. We also have some XYZs, but no, you really just want to link everything off. First off, 3, Marincess Blvd. If this card is normal or special summon, you could send one Marincess monster from your deck to the graveyard, except for another copy of herself. And if this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a link summon of a water monster, which they're all water, so don't worry there, you can excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, and if you do, you could add one excavated Marincess card from there to your hand. So it's kind of like a mini searcher. You know, you got your top 3 cards. We got 3, Spring Girl. You could banish one Marincess monster from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard for material of a link summon of a water monster, of course, like I said, they're all waters. You can send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard equal to the number of Marincess monsters you control. And if Marincess was sent there, you deal 200 damage for each one sent. Just some small burn damage, but you really just want it for that first effect to special summon as a little extender. Speaking of extenders, you got 3. I can't even read her name. The purple one. If this card is normal special summon, you can special summon one Marincess monster from your hand in defense position. Then, during your main phase, except for the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one Marincess spell or trap card in your graveyard, and add it back to your hand. So it's a good way to bring stuff back, recycle your stuff, your field spells. Well, field spell, because I'm going to tell you right now, we only run 1. Then you got 3, Seahorse. You can special summon this card from your hand to a zone that a Marincess Link monster points to. It also has the effect where you can banish this card from the graveyard and special summon one Link monster from your hand to a zone a Marincess Link monster points to. Of course, you can only use each one once per turn. Next up, we got 2, Marincess Mandarin. Now, some decks don't even run this card. Some decks only see run 1. I like it. If you control 2 or more Marincess monsters while this card is in the hand or grave, you can target one water link monster you control and special summon this card to a zone it points to. But, you know, banish it after it leaves the field and all that good stuff. Also, I forgot to say that the first one, in case I wasn't clear about it, when you excavate the top 3 cards for a Marincess card, it's a Marincess card, not just a monster, right? So, like I said, it's a really good search card. Well, for the top 3 anyways. Basically, the whole deck is Marincess anyways. And we have 1 copy of Marincess Sleep Maiden. I was using 2 before, but 1 seems fine. I do like it because it does special summon itself, so it's not always like a brick. But anyways, you can target one Marincess monster you control, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, that other monster gains the ability, while this card is in the monster zone, that targeted card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect, so you're already making a little mini tower right there. Plus, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and target a Link monster you control, well, Marincess Link monster you control, and equip it with another Marincess Link monster from the grave. Why you want to do that is because the field spell will power it up. That's it for the Marincess. We're going to go to the hand traps. We got 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Duty Crow, and some nice 1-ofs of an Effect Veiler, a Ghost Bell, and an Nibiru. Why? Well, if there's 1-ofs, you should already know why. But we'll get there. Moving on, we got one of the Field Spell. All Marincess monsters gain 200 attack, plus they all gain 600 attack for each Marincess card equipped onto them. So there you go. When you equip stuff, you're making them beefy with that field spell here on the field. Here's the other thing though. Marincess monsters you control in the extra monster zone that were linked some using Marincess Crystal Heart, which we do run 1 in here just so we can try to pull this off. When you use it as a material, they're unaffected by your opponent's card effects, right? So there you go. If you want to make one of your towers, there you go. Even though this deck's budget, even though it's not the best deck in the world, no deck really wants to deal with a big old tower that can't be affected by card effects. Also, when you link summon a Marincess monster to extra monster zone, you can equip up to 3 Marincess Link monsters with different names from your graveyard to link summon monsters. So you're going to make 1 beefy tower right there. Then, of course, you have 3 Marincess Dives. I've seen some people only use 2. You're right, 3 could be bricky, but it's just the best card in the deck, so why not max it out? So you activate one of the abilities, and then you can only summon water monster for the rest of the turn. No worries, they're all water monsters. When you use it, you target 1 non-link Marincess monster from your graveyard and special summon it. Which brings the question, why not just run like a monster reborn or something? You know, two of these and 1 of those. Well, because you have the other ability where if you have the field spell on the field, you can special summon 1 from the deck, and that's always good. You got 3, Side of Mining, because you want to search out anything, and all your Marincess monsters in here are all Cybers, so you're good, you're good. I like kind of showing off all the hand drops. There you go, you're good, you're good. Just making a mess here. 1, Called By, because it's Called By. And of course 3, Cross Out Designators. Yes, you can use 2, but I use 3. That's why you have your 1-ofs. You like to special summon a lot, so you know you want to counter their Nibiru. You can bring stuff back from the grave. You want to counter their ghost spell. And DD Crows, which are running around a lot right now. Effect Veiler, because some people say it's Effect Veiler. It's a good card. And Ash Blossom, because it's still the best hand trap in the game. And, you know, basically every single deck still runs it. Now, to somewhat break boards, we run 2 Dark Blue No More. It's just a really good card in this format. And we got 2 Pot of Desires to try to draw some cards. Now, you could use Pot of Extravagance, Pot of Prosperity, but your extra deck is just really important, so you really don't want to take stuff out of there. I'd rather sacrifice some pieces from the main deck than the extra deck. Then you got your most broken card, the 1 copy of Marincess Wave. If you control a Marincess Link monster, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and negate that face-up monster's effect until the end of this turn. If you control a Link 2 or higher Marincess monster, all face-up monsters you currently control are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. And if you control a Link 3 or higher monster, you can activate this card from your hand. Yep, just like an Imperm. Speaking of which, 2 Imperms. Because it's a really good card, and for your cross-out Exilnators. Now for the extra deck. You have 2 Blue Slug. You want to bring stuff back from the grave. There you go. Add it to your hand. You have 2 Sea Angel. So you can add your Marincess spell cards from your deck to your hand. 2 Coral. To special summon stuff from the grave. Your Crystal Heart. Just so you can try to pull off that combo with the field spell. 1 Marble Rock. Because it's good. You got some boss monsters. Your Coral Triangle. Your Bubble Reef. And my favorite, your Aqua Argonaut. So you can negate those spells and traps. Make her into a giant tower. You can only attack her, and she's unaffected by card effects. There you go. And to round it out, we got some XYZ monsters. We got Bunnynahm Shark, which, of course, if you have that, you gotta have a totally awesome 1 Stealth Kraken, and 1 Abyss Dweller to shut down those graves. But hey, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just want to bring you a quick deck profile. If you want to see this deck in action, let us know. We'll make some videos for that, some games, maybe a Master Duel. But yeah, let us know. Like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.